Welcome to Raw Apple by Night, a VTM game that takes place in New York City. Content warning for fictional violence, manipulation, death, and other such things you would find in Vampire the Masquerade games. So, to set the scene. Oh, the music! I need music. I have it ready. I am totally not a chaotic mess. Absolutely
I
not.
get music? Ooh.
Everyone gets music. I've been getting theme songs for everyone, and I found stuff specifically for you, you dark
Yeah.
queen. I have the volume low on YouTube itself, so you guys can adjust the volume however you need, because last time I found it kind of overwhelming. Okay, so Angeline Lucas. We are going back to the year 2006. Interesting things have been happening within the necromancer community. Now, you're a harbinger. Your kind have been persecuted and supposedly purged from the world by those nasty Giovanni and all the other ones they've recruited. However, you, along with a few others, remain. And things, for the first time in centuries, are taking a turn. Different necromancers are coming together, spurred on by younger generations of Giovanni who are sick of being crushed underneath the heels of their Giovanni elder. They want something new. They want something different. They want change. And they're willing to agree to almost anything to get that. And they have made a deal with you. So, Angeline, this is the night you have something very special planned. You awake in your familiar cemetery, and I need a rouse, and if you choose a blush check. You can do it here or the Dicebot channel, I don't care. Why is the music still loud and I have it so low? Goodness. Okay, there we go.
I set the user freaking volume.
You don't have to. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't control the volume through the stream. I have to go to YouTube directly, unfortunately. Okay. You rouse, totally okay. No blush then?
I am not trying to be dealing with people.
That is completely fair. So, you are only at hunger 1. You don't need to go hunting for tonight.
Yeah.
So, Angeline, you awake in your cemetery. What's going through your mind on this very auspicious night?
Oh, yes. The bootlickers. How frightening it must be for the elders to have their own rise up against them. Not that I'm cutting the bootlickers much slack.
Indeed. But you do have something very tempting at hand.
Oh, yes.
As you
Well,
Oh, go ahead.
yes. They did provide a location and a key, and not that I needed one, of course.
Of course
Past a
not.
certain age, things get less difficult in certain regards.
Indeed. So, a deal has been struck as part of these family reunion meetings,
Ugh,
as some have been
ugh.
calling. They have agreed to let you have what you want, eliminating the head of the Giovanni around here. It's mutually beneficial. The Giovanni get rid of their elder, you take down a threat.
And an idiot.
They, as you indeed, and as you mentioned, they provided you a location and a key to his haven. Do you start heading down from Upper Manhattan towards Little
Mm,
Italy?
I suppose I have to. Horrifying. It is as if they have learned no lessons at all. All the eggs in one basket. Foolish, destructive, arrogant. But then, that is the Giovanni way, isn't it?
You know, it always is. The voice inside your head
Yes,
whispers, familiar and comforting.
yes. Idiots. Hundreds of years, and not one of them can think of the long game. Not a single one.
Spoiled
It is
children.
almost a shame that so many were lost to them. Perhaps we think of it as
Lost
a
talent.
Darwinian justice.
The voice in your head remains silent. How do you proceed to cross the island of Manhattan down south? Are you going to go by foot? Are you going to risk the subway? You don't want to interact with people, so I doubt you're calling a cab.
No, a- absolutely not. But very few people tend to look too long at an old woman out cavorting.
So are
Yep.
you walking then? Okay. You begin the walk through New York. There are people out because it is a city that never sleeps, and you're trying to be unnoticed. I am going to need wits and stealth from you to make sure no one sees that you're dead. Because you are not
I
blushed.
am
You
not
look very
blushed,
dead right now.
but I am wearing a hood.
That does help. It will make the difficulty lower, but people can still see you.
That was wits and stealth.
Yes,
Cool. That's not a bad dice pool for Elmo. And besides,
it is not.
I have
Perhaps
things
you could get off
I
his
have
face
things
sometime.
to do tonight. So, of course this would take precedence and we will be uh, gifts of the blood. Idiots.
You're surrounded by them
And they killed so many. Survival of the
for
fittest.
nothing.
E. Let me double check that that's correct. I think it is.
I have 5 dice pools for you
Yes,
on your sheet.
I was talking about blood potency.
Oh,
3.
yes. Are you gonna blood
Yes,
surge
I
then?
am. I'm plugging it into the roller as
Go
we
for
are
it.
right now. Bloop.
Alright. Risk that hunger. Ooh.
Yes, now I'm hungry too.
Okay. Yes, you are. Easy enough. You're an experienced, wise kindred. You've lived here most of your life. It is not difficult to pass by these mortals. No one's gonna look twice at some elderly grandma hobbling along. However, that voice in your head gets a little bit stronger. As comforting as it is being your sire's voice, it's still, well, you know it's not actually his. Look at them. You could take it all.
Will,
The,
in due time.
the blood. In due time. So, you continue onward. Hardly a hitch goes on. You travel through the darkly lit streets of Manhattan, heading towards the neighborhood known as Little Italy. You've spent a fair amount of time here yourself, both as immortal and as an immortal. After all, this is kind of where a lot of the Italians in the area kind of put down roots. Not as much anymore, unfortunately, but they're still there. And so are the Giovanni. So, you've been given directions to where Don Donatello Giovanni's haven is. How do you want to approach it? Do you just want to be bold faced? Do you want to sneak in?
Some of the family are clearly expecting me, at least the younger members. And, you know, this might be a trap. Unlikely. This seems a bit too like them,
They are predictable.
quite frankly. So, what we will do is pop a quick look with our special sense. We are all necromancers, after all.
Are you using Sense the Unseen or
Oblivion
Oblivion
sight.
Sight? Okay, make that rouse for me. I
Yes.
think it's the rouse, or
Oblivion
is it not?
sight does
My
take a
bad.
rouse. Almost everything Oblivion related
Okay.
does. Because
Yes.
Oblivion drains humanity like a mother trucker.
Yes, a 1 or a 10 on a rouse. Oof. That would be exciting if that happened in your
Am I
first session.
right? So,
Ooh, that was close. That was close.
so we're sticking it to hunger and no stains so far.
You haven't even entered the Giovanni Haven yet. We will see how things go. Oh boy. Okay, Oblivion Sight. I'm just double checking what it does. Do 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 do. Okay, are you doing this to be intimidating or are you doing
I'm
this to
doing
see
this to
stuff?
see stuff primarily. I don't reckon
Okay,
Oblivion
easy enough.
will do much to be threatening to other necromancers. That would be silly.
Oh, I forgot to ask you a very important question before you left your haven this night. Which mask are you wearing?
Let me double check that. I have the freaking thing open.
Your Ashen one or your Oblivion one?
Ah, I do love being a harbinger.
It is pretty great.
It will it will be the obsidian mask.
Okay, I see you. I
It
see you.
is what we're doing.
All right then. Angeline, you're already covered in dark clothing and you're already wearing your perfectly black obsidian mask, marking you as a harbinger. And underneath the mask, your eyes no longer have whites in them as the whole thing goes black as well, and you are able to be in tune with the other natural, the other worldly. As is kind of expected around a Giovanni Haven, there are a decent amount of spirits lingering about. Can't quite tell, but some of them could just be brought to where a lot of death has happened, maybe, killed in mob killings or something. Or some of them could be wraith servants. It's you can't really tell. They're all spirits look alike. They don't really look different in that regard. Be cool if they were color coded though. And you see a bunch of them gathering around, and otherwise it looks fairly normal. There's just a heavy presence of wraiths swarming around this. But otherwise, you don't see much. And the wraiths, because of your lineage, are particularly sensitive to you. Few of them look like they're maybe tethered and they don't move away, but they do kind of balefully look towards you. And a few others start aimlessly drifting in your direction, not really saying anything, just kind of muttering to themselves unintelligibly and just kind of aimlessly looking at you, mildly curious, but they don't do anything yet.
Yes. Brethren, Wraithrin. Was good.
Are you attempting to speak to the wraiths?
Maybe a little. It
Okay.
wouldn't be a what's
Um,
good, but
they are dead and they're trapped here for
so
some reason.
there's not a lot that's good.
No, there's not a lot that's good. Um, they kind of tilt their heads at you, kind of amorphous. Things are
Yes.
happening. Many things. The veil so thin. We can easily come through. Power, power we seek. Life, life, life. And they all kind of just they get a little bit frenzied. Nothing dangerous, but they're kind of like, ooh, someone who we can talk to who's not one of them. Ooh, we want what we want. Why we're here. And you know particularly well how wraiths feel, and they always want to. If they're in this side of the world, they want this side of the veil. They want something from this side. They just are struggling to find it, but they're here and they're kind of responding to you. Not
Well,
very
no,
intelligently, but
probably not. But if you would be free of your bondage, if you would be free of those tethers, steer clear of me tonight.
sister, sister. And a few of them that aren't tethered dash off into the night searching for other things. You can faintly hear the ones kind of more tethered to the building just kind of moaning and the agony of being not of this world anymore, yet stuck in it.
If you must stay, stay, but resist.
Sister, sister,
That is
free.
that is part of the plan. If you can resist even long enough the command to stand in my way, once he is gone, you may go.
We will see.
We will.
And the ghosts return to their unintelligible muttering, just kind of watching you. Some of them go back inside the building, just drift. But from the outside, nothing physical is blocking your way.
The veil is thin, you say. Easy for ghosts.
Wait,
That is a
what
good
was that?
day, not the character. Uh, the wraiths said that the veil was thin.
Yes, they did. They did say that to you,
Yes,
sister.
which means I can find the thin spot.
You absolutely can. Would you like to attempt so now?
Yes.
All right, that is a ceremony,
Uh,
correct? No, no, that's a normal
correct.
oblivion. My bad.
Where the
Where
veil
the veil thins
thins.
is a normal oblivion. Okay, I will need a rouse check and then intelligence plus oblivion.
Let's rouse, baby!
Difficulty will be 2.
I will be taking a
Oh,
stain.
already? A stain already?
Yes,
Man, these sessions have been
I will be taking a
spicy.
stain. And that was
Yes, you are.
intelligence and oblivion.
Both my Oblivion users in their sessions have been freaking taking stains. Though the Lasombro was not because of Oblivion, it was because he messy critted.
No.
Okay. Yeah, intelligence oblivion difficulty 2, because the veil is thin here, as the ghost
Okay,
said.
I won't do that. 'Cause I don't think I need to. Yeah, that'll do.
Okay, yep, easy enough. You pass the difficulty. Okay, let me just double check what that says.
It should mean that I'm
Da-da-da-da.
able to pinpoint where the veil is thinnest.
Yes. Okay, Angeline, you use your oblivion abilities, and you're quite used to it, but sometimes it does still sting to use this dark, dark magic. Even though you're so familiar with it, this type of magic will always bite you back when you use too much. But you're able to push through it, and you are able to, with your
We're
where the
getting
veil thins,
revenge today.
absolutely, you can pinpoint exactly where it is. It is on the second story of this building, and it is in a corner room. You can almost see the Oblivion energy pulsing out from that pinpoint. Now, you don't know if that's where Donatello Giovanni is, but that is definitely where apparently a lot of people have either been killed
It
or
is
Oblivion
it is where
ceremonies
the
have
veil
been
is thinnest,
taking place.
so,
Yes.
whether the dawn is currently in that space or not, we would like to alter the amount of power he has, even inside his own little haven.
Okay. What are you planning on doing?
We're gonna go up and see if the weak spot is attended, and if it is not, we are going
Okay.
to knit the veil.
Okay. Are you going to sneak into the building or are you
I'm
walking in
pretty much
boldly?
just like I belong there.
All right. Yeah. You do
After
belong
all,
there.
the
You
family
do.
reunion, of course, means that I should be welcome in any space.
Yes. And this is your turf. Your family belongs here, not him.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. These Giovanni. Okay. So you're just gonna stroll
Yep.
right in.
Like
Okay.
I was invited.
Um. No, not that you were invited. You
Yeah, it's
own the place. Okay. You walk on in. You Shadow Queen, and you see a mixture of people. Um. You can't quite tell which ones are mortal or kindred, but you do recognize a few of them as being some of the Giovanni youth that have been in contact with you. And they all look a little startled to see you just waltzing into their place. One of them kind of hesitantly approaches you, kind of almost giving you like the deference he would to like a Nona. Oh, hey, we weren't expecting you to. Okay, hi, welcome. And they just kind of look at you uncertain of what you're doing or what the plan here is because you didn't tell anyone your plan. They just gave you the information you
Go
needed.
play.
Yeah. Should think. Hey, Tony, let's go. We'll we'll get some things tonight. And they all kind of nod at you respectfully and the ones you guess are mortals because they're the ones who look confused, just are kind of startled to be ushered out of their own area, but everyone that you can see in this area on the first floor scatter like rats. So easily cowed.
I haven't even set the aura yet. Voice in.
Maybe you will soon.
Oh, up the stairs I go, still walking like this is my house.
Okay. As you make it upstairs, you come across a different group of people, and they are not expecting you. Hey, yo, what are you doing here? Hey, lady, you're not supposed to be up here.
I'ma pop that aura of decay.
Okay, rouse for me. I need to make some rolls for
I
these
am a
mortals.
problem.
Yes, you are.
It's my favorite power.
Ugh, these poor mortals don't have access to
Now we're at hunger
fortitude.
3.
Oh my gosh, you getting hungry? Golly. Okay, you need to roll stamina. Wait, what is it? Stamina and oblivion, and I need to roll stamina plus medicine or fortitude. These mortals
Hallelujah.
don't stand a chance.
Poor things. Poor things.
I know. At least it's easier for you. At least the Giovanni seem to have all been in on it and they scattered.
Smart.
At least so
Truly.
far. Are you liking your background music?
Poopy. I'm using a will. That is
Yes.
disgusting.
Where is it?
2 successes.
Oh, I see it now. Yeah, go ahead. Use a will.
Doo 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 doo. Doodly-oo, doo doo. I'll take that. Not that I have a choice.
All right. So, easy enough. You are able to reach out again with the oblivion, and you hear the voice of your beast get even stronger. Destroy them. Destroy
That was the
them.
plan.
And you reach faster, better. You could always be better, Angela. But despite what your beast says, you're pretty good at this. Fairly easily, these mortals start to keel over, coughing and choking, and just becoming heavily, heavily not okay. If they wanted to do anything to you, they're completely incapacitated right now. I mean, maybe as you pass by, one or two try to like grab out at you, but they're too weak to do
Oh,
anything.
fine.
After all,
If
they're
they're
just silly
still
mortals.
moving, I would like to eat one. 'Cause that means they're not dead.
Okay. Um this is gonna be fun. So you want to grab
Yep,
them and
just one.
bite them. Okay.
They'd probably be
Um
weakened, which means whatever they think they're gonna fight me with for the, painful bite is gonna be lessened.
okay. Um
Can't struggle if you're dying.
yeah. For maximum getting them, give me dexterity and medicine. when you're able to.
Sorry, my dog is bariatric and
No,
has
you're
a
all good.
bladder the size of a pea.
It's totally okay. Yeah, let's do dex and medicine to grab them and
Om
nom
nom
nom.
nom nom.
Nom nom nom.
Fabulous. So that's two.
And I must make a check for them for when you bite into
Yeah,
them.
that'll do, pig. That'll do.
Okay, I give it to the players. So, one a little bit stronger than the rest reaches out and tries to grab onto you. You're able to grab them and just expertly with your medical knowledge chomp right down on the wrist. He struggles a bit and he just screams. Every time you feed on the living, their screams are dulcet tones in your ears as they feel your painful kiss. But it's over soon enough. Are you going to drain him dry, or are you just getting enough to hold yourself over? Drain?
I am not trying to like. You are the enemy. You tried to stop me. You're dead now.
Okay. Easy enough. You slake your hunger down to 0.
Plus, I've got a lot of oblivion stuff to do.
Yes, you do. You need the blood tonight. As you grab this sickly man who you infected, the vitae is so satisfying. It's so hard to sometimes get living blood being a harbinger, but oh man, is it good. You feel your beast purr, a bit more content inside you. Still eager for the upcoming fight, but pleased that the hunger has been completely satiated at the moment. But who knows what the rest of the night will bring. So, you step over these pathetic, dying mortals. Ahead of you is a door where you see that oblivion leaking out.
Is the door locked?
It is locked.
Okay, okay.
All right. You walk in, Angeline, and you see this. You know this man. This is the Don of the Giovanni in New York City. Donatello Giovanni. Really a ridiculous, redundant name. But you see him there, sitting at his desk. He's got a couple of guys flanking him, and they both look a little bit startled to see you. Donatello straightens up. Ah, Angeline, we were not expecting you.
Donatello.
What do I owe the pleasure of you coming into my haven unannounced?
Your children did not tell you that I was sent for.
No, because I do the summoning here, not them.
That is unfortunate, the circumstance.
He looks you deep into your eyes. Leave and do not return. And now I need you to resist dominate.
Okay,
Let
but
me remember
I
what to roll
am
here.
wearing the obsidian mask.
You are. You are. Your eyes are still kind of there,
Yes, but
though.
it means I get a 2 dice bonus to resisting dominate.
Yes, you do. Do 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 do. That is one benefit of being a black mask. Do 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 do. Dominate. Da 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 da. What do I roll? Okay. I need you to give me intelligence and resolve as I roll for him.
Intelligence and resolve with 2 dice.
Yep.
Would I have time to blood surge for this?
Um, no, you weren't expecting him to just dominate you. You were expecting him to blather on like most Giovanni do.
So that
She does not have unswayable mind,
I do not.
unfortunately. But she does have her
But that
oblivion
is
mask.
9 dice.
Ooh. Yes, hold on. I've he got hungrier. This. Where's your character sheet? Okay.
Kidding. I'm not putting in hunger because 'cause I'm currently
Oh,
at 0.
yep, go for it. You don't have any hunger.
You mother dice bot,
You
dice bot.
would you like to spend will to try and beat him?
Mm, I don't know that it'll help at all, but you know what? I might as well give an attempt, right? Okay, okay. Mother trucker.
I was hoping you'd be a little more resistant to
The
time.
dice bot wants to tell a story, home slice. Like, that's a good pool, and the dice bot was like, "Nah, homie."
No. So this is really bad now.
Okay.
'Cause he has
He
rationalized.
wants me to leave and never return and make it my own idea? Okay.
I should be more careful with my wording.
Angeline is going to turn to leave as she was instructed. You know what she was not
Okay.
specifically instructed not to do?
Leave the building or leave the room?
She was not instructed whether to leave the building or leave the room. She was also not instructed not to destroy anything, like any of the fetters that she should still be able to see.
Very clever way to handle this. Okay. You were correct. It does not specify. What do you do as you start leaving the
The
room?
individuals with him, are they human or I suppose it doesn't matter. They are both getting hit with the aura of decay
Okay,
because it
they're
was also
kindred.
not
So I'm
immediately leave. So she's going to take a step forward and envelope all three in that aura and then, pull a
okay.
pull an about face.
Okay. They are all kindred. I'm double checking it here. I don't think it affects kindred
I
unless I'm
don't
reading
think
this
so.
wrong.
But she didn't know
They're
whether they
dead,
were
so
kindred or human.
yeah, you didn't know. That would have been an easy way to
Yep.
get rid of two mortals. Okay. You see them just kind of laugh as you just suddenly smell really bad now to them and they're not
Mhm.
otherwise affected.
While they're laughing at the front, uh, are they grabbing at any of the fetters? Are they trying to guard any of the fetters?
No, they are a little too confident even though you've literally just invaded their
Okay,
haven.
so we're grabbing fetters and smashing them.
Okay. Um I'm not even going to make you roll for it. You have oblivion sight
Freedom.
on and fetters. Wait. Oh shoot. Where do you have to you have to destroy fetters a certain way. I forgot. You need like something really where is this in the book? Fetters. Doesn't it take like something really special to kill a
Not
feather?
necessarily.
Fetter?
It's just anything that can destroy it completely. And if
Okay. How do you want to try and destroy
what
these
are they?
completely? One is definitely a vase of
Okay,
ashes.
that's super easy.
Yeah.
Smoosh,
So you knock that over and they're like,
smoosh,
"Hey."
crash.
Um, yep. You see one is a pocket watch.
Okay.
Do you smash that
Ah,
one?
yeah, it can just go under heel.
Exactly. Okay, yep. Destroy that. There is also one that is a locket.
That's fine. I'll just take that one. Now I own the
Okay.
fetter.
Okay, and there's one that's a stuffed animal, which looks kind of weird in a Don's office, but it's there.
Is it a polyester stuffed animal or a cotton stuffed animal?
Cotton.
The aura should take care of that for me.
Gone. They start to panic, realizing what you're doing.
Just
Hey, yo,
just
no,
on my
hey,
way out as
boys,
I'm
get her!
going.
Boys, get her! And these two goons are gonna try and tackle you.
Sisters. A little distraction, if you please.
Yes, yes. You see a spirit tied to the locket you just grabbed. Um, as well as a couple others who are able to resist some things, especially the ones you just kind of freed. They kind of scream and wail and they kind of rush at the two goons, and the two goons are completely distracted dealing with these
So,
ghosts, leaving you to face the dawn
oh, I'm still leaving.
alone.
He told me to leave and never return, but I'm just destroying fetters as I go.
That is true. All right, enough, Evangeline. Evangeline. Wrong. This is not Princess Frog. Golly. Enough, Angeline. And Donatello walks over to you and he tries to look you in your eyes again to give you a new order. Do you try and dodge him
Yeah,
before he
we're
can do
not
that?
looking.
Or.
Mm,
Okay.
nah, you had that option once, boy. You ain't getting it again.
Very fair. Okay. He's right next
Can
to
I try
you.
to can I try
Trying
to
to look at.
poke him in the eye? Not with my fingers, not Three Stooges style. But since the thing I came up here to do was knit the veil, which
Uh huh.
requires a needle.
Okay. Um, give me. Oh boy, let's see. Let's look at your character sheet. Give you something decent to roll. Ooh, if you don't have melee, let's use medicine. Why not? You're really good with medicine. You know exactly how to hurt someone's
Yes, I do.
eyes. Give me dex and medicine.
Yes, I do. Right in the eyes.
Yep. And I'm gonna dodge for him.
Can I blood surge on that since
Oof.
he's trying to get my
Go
attention?
for it. Yeah, go for it. Do I want to make this messy for myself?
Doo 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 doo.
Hmm. Why not? It's fun if it's messy. It is not messy. I just made this harder.
Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna willpower because holy shite, even
Go
my
for it.
good rolls,
The dice bot is not
like
with you
the good
today.
pools are like, F you, buddy. I hope you die.
You can always take half.
There we go.
Okay, you beat him.
Look him in the eyeball.
Okay, Angeline. Yep. This dude that you hate with all the fibers of your being, your undead being, he's trying to look at you, and he's freaking trying to dominate you again.
Again.
Uh-uh. Again, how dare he, this obnoxious Giovanni. But you, with your precise medical knowledge, you pull out the needle you're going to use for your ceremony, and you poke him in one of the eyes, and he is not able to dodge out of the way quick enough. And he's like, ah! He kind of um, stumbles back a bit. It doesn't completely, hurt him overall too bad because he does have resilience, but he is bleeding from one eye. He can't see out of one eye. He still has another eye.
No, Donatello. Shall we speak of these things like family, or do you want to try that again?
You are not my family, Harbinger.
This is not what the document your family put forth says, does it, Hecata?
It is it is not complete. I am changing accents. I am sorry.
Now, so are we going to discuss? Or would you like to follow, or would you like me to continue to follow the original foolish, with no thought in it at all, order that you gave, and clear your house of your servants while I am at it?
That won't be necessary. And let me pull up the stats for this. Hold on. I need a roll to see if he even knows this. 1 second. Okay. Intelligent cult. Got it. We're gonna blood search for the fun of it. Okay. 4 successes. He knows. He's going to look at you, and he's gonna laugh, holding his bloodied eye.
Can I poke him in the other eye?
You're not going and
He
yeah, you can stop me from doing the cool
no,
thing. Go
no, he
for
can monologue. Go right ahead. But while he's monologuing, I want to poke him in the other eye.
it. You won't get away with this, Wraith.
Oh,
I know what
okay.
you
Here's
are.
here's what we're doing.
Oh,
Same roll, medicine and dexterity.
yeah, go for it. I will roll again to try and dodge.
Dice don't
He's probably not
dice
dodging
don't
that.
fail me now.
I will laugh if you get less than a 2.
Especially since I'm blood surging.
You can also take half!
I mean, taking half is 2 without the blood surge.
Okay, then you should probably
Will
blood
do.
surge. Just roll it.
There we go.
Oh, man. Are you
I
at
think I
hunger
should
3
be at
again?
hunger 2 now.
Okay, hunger 2. Okay, you get
Bloop.
you get him again, and he's ah! Okay. He doesn't need to see you to do what he's
That's
about to
fine.
do, though. He growls in frustration that you've now taken his real sight away,
Sucks to be that guy.
and it does suck. That's gonna take a while to heal back. He looks hungry to you, and he opens his mouth and starts to suck in the very air around you. You are a wraith inhabiting a kindred's body, and you've heard of some wraiths being fed upon by those who have necromantic powers. I need you to roll me resolve and composure while I roll resolve and oblivion to see if he feeds off you.
He's a
And you get a -2 penalty because you
wraith.
are an
Yes.
oblivion mask. Yes.
Okay, so that is a 4 and a 2 with a 2 penalty, so
Oh boy.
that gives me 4 dice. It,
Okay, let me roll for him. Oh my gosh, I am spending will. I'm doing it as the ST because that is ridiculous. I still don't beat you. Okay, cool.
he thinks he knows
Um,
how to wraiths. He does not. It takes a wraith to know a wraith.
no,
Yeah, lazy necromancer.
exactly. So you see him start performing Oblivion. It pulsates around him, and he starts reaching out towards you, the wraith inhabiting this kindred body of yours. And it pulls at you, but you're able to resist just enough to not let him feed upon your very own passion, leaving him unsatisfied and wanting more.
So
Damn you,
she's
witch!
gonna continue leaving because, as far as she knows, that has never actually been countermanded. So what she's gonna do is just go down the stairs and go to the oven and turn on the gas.
Very
All of them,
nice.
all the gas, all of it.
Okay. Um, easy enough. He and his goons do not pursue you. They are too busy. Well, he can't really see you, and they're distracted by your brothers and sisters. So, all
And
good.
then, just as she's about to cross the threshold to never return, sisters, burn it down.
The wraiths are giddy with glee at the destruction and horror and pain they're about to unleash. And as you leave, they whip around into a frenzy. And slowly, as you walk away to never return, at least until
He
this
he
guy's
said
dead.
never return to the haven, which will now be destroyed.
Yep. Also, he'll be dead. So, it. Right, it still continues if they're dead. My bad. Anyway, yeah, the haven will be destroyed. You see it go up in flames behind you. Some people start poking their heads out of windows, screaming, and you start. You think they're going to start calling for the firefighters, but who cares? That's a mortal concern. You are walking away with your goal accomplished. Look at you, getting rid of that enemy. Not only preparing the way for yourself as a harbinger and your Cappadocian sibling cousins, you're also preparing the way for your mortal family. This area has been controlled by the Giovanni and the Gambino family for far
Yeah.
too long. Now, the DeLucas can move in, just as you've planned. You get, um, you don't have any dots of technology, do you, actually? You have none. Okay. Um, let's say that before you were to head over to your business tonight, you had told your great great something nephew to expect you tonight as you head over to where the DeLucas currently have their
The
headquarters.
living ones.
The living ones, not the dead ones. You walk away, ash and smoke and fire flaring up behind you, creating this beautiful cinematic silhouette, and some of the wraiths come rushing towards you and surrounding you, whispering,
Oh,
"Sister,
Imma go ahead and take the
sister,
locket,
sis."
throw it back in the burning, because that will destroy the
Okay.
locket.
You hear it absolutely will. The spirit comes rushing out of that locket that you saw earlier. Thank you. And wishes off. So yeah, you are leaving behind mass destruction as you head on over to where um, the Don of the DeLuca family, Antonio, is at the moment. You head on over there. It's a familiar sight. You're a strange figure there, but not an unfamiliar one. And the guards blocking the way move aside silently, nodding respectfully, and just making way for you. Do you head
Oh,
on
yep,
in or make a
yep.
dramatic exit? Yeah, okay.
They
Head on
probably
in.
know me as
Okay.
someone who either shows up in an ash gray mask or a black mask, and a black mask means somebody died.
Yeah, yeah, and they know better than to ask questions of who their Don does business with. So you head on in to where the familiar office sits, and you see Antonio DeLuca sitting there. Let me pull him up from the thread. This is what he looks
This
like.
is what it looked like.
He's a bald. This is what it look like. He's a bald man, but he a good looking man. There we go. He sits there waiting for you. He is familiar with seeing you around. He's not quite sure what your connection to the family is, but he also knows better than to question it, and he has come to rely on you as much as one can rely on you, because you are a bit unreliable. But he is sitting there at his desk waiting for you. He stands up as you enter, nods his head respectfully.
I probably reek of fire, of smoke.
Oh, absolutely. You smell like smoke. You're still wearing
Yeah,
the black mask then? Or do you take it
I
off
do
around
not,
him?
because I am a skeleton.
You are Angeline. That is not the. Hey, yo, yo, there we go. Angeline, good to see you.
Dawn, there was a fire this evening.
Is that what I'm smelling?
It would potentially be one that would be beneficial if you were to claim the territory quickly.
Now, where would this coveted spot be?
Manhattan, I make only one request. Is there is a caretaker shack and a cemetery near this once disputed, but now no longer so territory. I should like to claim that as a place of habitation. The family would know where to find me. You would know where I can be reached. And after all, how many of the superstitious members of your organization would want to be anywhere near the dead?
I have no issues with that. Little Italy, huh?
Mm,
You cleared out the Gambinos?
a small subset, but the territory is sizable.
That would be a good
If
addition.
any of them,
It's insulting we can't have our own
if any of
area.
them return, the younger generation, one does have a bit of a soft heart after all. If they should happen to return, simply inform them that Miss Lucas sends their regards. They will be very well aware of what that means.
Very well. It'll be good to take place the birthplace of Italian culture in New York City. You are quite generous.
As generous as you are, Dawn.
I pride myself. Is there anything we can do for you tonight?
Tonight? No, I do not believe so. Perhaps one of the boys could be relied upon to give an old lady a ride back to her current lodgings.
Sure. I can have one of them do that.
Indeed, it would be appreciated.
For you? Of course. That all?
That is all. Shall I send a message when I have moved into the piece of property we have discussed?
That would be appreciated so I know when to watch.
Indeed.
Have a very good night.
And you, Dawn.
And you saunter on out of
And
there.
she's gonna walk like she's no lady.
Old lady
'Cause,
saunter.
like, Angeline Lucas has been around the family so long, nobody knows from where.
Yeah, she's like the cryptid
She's like
Mima.
the Nona that occasionally sets fire to stuff. Everybody
Yeah, really
everybody thinks
helpful,
that she's
but
someone else's
dangerous.
relative.
Yep, it's gotten obscured in
Like,
family lore.
his wife thinks that Ms. Lucas must be related to the DeLucas somehow, uh, but Don Antonio is pretty sure that Angeline is from his wife's family tree.
Yeah, something like that, maybe some people are like, "Nah, nah, she's from the Bertellis," even though they don't participate anymore. Yeah, who knows?
Everybody assumes she's somebody else's grandma.
Yeah, no one looks too hard into it. So as you're waiting there for one of the boys to show up, they're usually decently snappy, but they do have to get the order first. You are able to see in a window, um, a head peeking out with green eyes and red hair, kind of looking at you before darting back in after being caught. And quickly enough, one of the boys arrive and offer you a car and help you escort you in, all
He's
gentlemanly
gonna
like, and take you on your
take
way
like a
home.
little notebook or something, like a little like handmade leather journal, sketchbook, and just
Uh huh.
leave it on the windowsill.
As you're getting in the car, you see a small hand dart out and grab it. The Don is pretty good at trying to keep his personal family out of the family business. That doesn't stop some
No,
intermingling happening, and you're pretty aware of your, descendants from
no,
your sister.
nobody knows whose Nona she is, so she's just everybody's Nona.
She is the Nona, the DeLuca Nona. But yes, you get in the car, you head on home, successful from this night's
And
daring adventure.
reeking of fire.
You have gotten what you wanted in the yeah,
And
huh?
reeking of fire.
Wreaking of fire, mass destruction and havoc, freeing your Wraith brothers and sisters, checking in on your mortal family, making the way for them to claim more territory as the family, and you've gotten what you wanted out of the family reunion. Hopefully, this deal doesn't turn out a backstabbing, but so far, things are going your way. And that is where we will end your session.